Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name's StepsBasic, and welcome back to the Comfy Cozy Community Show. So anyway, that is fantastic. Welcome back to the show. I have to start with announcements today because weird things are happening this week, and it's the last couple of weeks of school, which means it's finals week, which unfortunately impedes on my schedules myself because I have to drive out to school, back to school, out to school, back to school quicker and longer and whatnot. More than usual, as it were. You know what I mean? So that's my plans for this week. But I've got, with the exception of Friday, I have a video already recorded, edited, and uploaded for the entire week. I still have, the shorts I still have to do. I have a few of those to get up. But this whole week is just dredge. And we'll be getting back to Resident Evil starting next week. So we'll be starting up Resident Evil 2 starting next week. So that's the announcements. I just wanted to get those out of the way to let you know, just in case, you don't really want to watch the show and you just turn it on and like, oh, gross, this guy's look ugly. 2 freaking days in a row. Well, not in a row. On Friday, I went out to the DMV. They're closed for taxes. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll just come back on Monday because Monday's the 5th, and that's the end of the thing. So I came back on Monday, and what they meant was through the 5th. 2 over 6 mile walks in. Although admittedly in the space of 4 days, but still, shut up. Anyway, that's not important. What's important is hello, ladies and gentlemen. There's my announcements. And now we are back into this today. Ooh, look at the muscles. Oh, look at that muscle. Anyway, enough of my weird flexing. So, we have, throughout the years, developed and dismissed a whole bunch of sayings and phrases and whatnot. A good example would be worth their weight, worth their salt, as it were. And it was a phrase that started back when salt was an incredibly valuable and expensive mineral, right? So somebody who was worth their salt was worth a lot of money, and that one kind of evolved to worth their weight in gold and whatnot. And these phrases and stuff that we've used throughout the years that have kind of evolved, and some of them fallen out of use and whatnot. Man, I thought I was ready for this. I'm tired. I don't know what it is. Maybe it was the 6 miles I walked just now. It's not even the longest I've ever walked. I don't know why I'm so out of it. Nice shot, bro. Thanks. But anyway, so these phrases that have been bandied about throughout the years and whatnot, and I picked a few of them that I thought would be kind of interesting to go over, and one of them was worth their weight, or worth their salt. Somebody who's worth their salt means they're worth the amount of money that you pay for. Where they're worth how much value that salt has in their their skill. You get somebody out here who's worth their salt. It means like a mechanic. He's really good at fixing cars. It means he's worth his salt. It means he's a valuable employee, right? Well, I was thinking about how would we update this for a modern era and whatnot. Now, obviously, salt's not that expensive anymore. It's not that valuable anymore. You can get like a bottle of table salt for a few bucks now. So it's like saying somebody's worth their salt. Seems kind of like an insult these days. So it's like, what sort of commodity now do we have that's similar to that? And that's similar to that in this day and age. And now, of course, gold being the obvious choice, but there's already another phrase, worth their weight in gold, and we'll talk about that one in a minute. But somebody who's worth their salt in this day and age could be worth their egg. Oh, God, no, the implications of that. Oh, God. Worth the egg that the mom laid, huh? Worth their weight in egg. But no, worth their salt, so we can stick along the same line as seasonings stuff, like so somebody who's worth their saffron. Boom, that stuff's expensive. How much does saffron go for? I want to see. It's a bit of red string. It's a good thing I got my phone with me, huh? Cost of saffron. Go. $10 per gram. Lord, Jesus, $10 per gram. That is a lot to charge for a bit of red string. I tell you what, man. But yeah, that's a good exchange there, because salt. Oh, I don't even know how much salt is worth. Let me check how much salt is worth now. You can buy 26 ounces for $3 at Walmart. $230 per ton. That is a lot of salt for $230. So yeah, salt is kind of fallen by the wayside. It's not quite as valuable as it used to be now. So saffron is a good exchange. So if someone's worth their saffron, or you could even make it hip and stuff, and you say that's a saffron right there. That person, that lady right there, she's saffron. She's worth her salt. There you go. Boom. We checked. We fixed it. We updated it for modern times. And of course, sticking with saffron, you might actually be able to hold it out for a while, because saffron ain't getting any more plentiful. But let's step away from that one, and then we look at worth their weight in gold. Now that's a phrase I was talking about, and I think this one is still quite a bit applicable, because gold is still an expensive mineral. It's rather pricey and whatnot. So if somebody's worth their weight in gold, how much you would spend on gold, you'd spend on the person. But of course, there is the idea, the implications behind it that kind of make me go, which is of course the exchange for monetary value of a human being is just not doesn't sit right with me. Don't know why. But yeah, if you look at it like that, then we should probably update this for a modern time. And I kind of want to step away from the minerals, because I don't like minerals anymore. Because, of course, there's always the monetary value associated with minerals. Even our money, our little tin and silver coins and whatnot, and our bronze, copper pennies, that sort of thing. It's still too closely related to money, and I don't like that. So let's look at it a different way. Now, when you're saying somebody's worth their weight in gold, you could also say somebody is worth the bandwidth. Because this way, you're looking at it like in a different way. Like, especially if you look at it like you're watching a streamer, right? You like this streamer. The streamer is really good at what they do. They make funny jokes. They play cool games. They talk about interesting topics. This person is worth the bandwidth you are spending to watch them. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I like that. That's even better. Looking at it in other ways, you could say this person's worth the like, this person's worth the upvote. I had another one. You can make it even more, a little more niche there. You could be like, this person is worth it. This person is the clout that people chase. So it's like clout chasers, often attach themselves to bigger name people and like mimic what they do the whole time. And this streamer, this person does the things that people chase. This guy is the clout that people chase. So, there you go. Updated that one. Boom. Man, I'm good at this. Give me some more. What's another one? I have a third one. It's okay. This one. I like this one. I came up with this one a while back. So the term shot himself in the foot. Now, obviously, still applicable in this day and age. Stupid people with guns do stupid things. Give a stupid person a gun, they can still shoot themselves in the foot. Of course, the phrase closely resembles putting one's foot in their mouth and whatnot. And it essentially boils down to they said or did something stupid. And so when you look at it like that, and you want to take the violence out of it, take the blood out of it. You're like, I don't want to talk about guns or shooting anyone in the foot. It's been my trigger warning, whatnot, blah, blah, blah. All that fun stuff. You want to take that out of it. So you think about it in a different way. Going back to the internet, this person added themselves. The @ sign. When you're talking to somebody like, hey, why did you do this? Or, hey, did you do something like this? And when you're talking to somebody on Twitter or on Discord or something, you @ them, right? So this person added themselves, i.e. they're talking like they sold themselves out. They told on themselves, as it were. And of course, the phrase told on himself still kind of applies too. But I think that's a better version of that is, the person added themselves. But what sorts of ideas do you guys have? Do Do you have a favorite old-timey phrase that you think might do with a bit of an update? Let me know if you want me to try a part 2 of this, as it were. And I can look up some old adages. Adage, that's the phrase, that's the word I was looking for. Adage, it's a saying. Boom. Got it. God, that sucks. Anyway, but if there's anyone you want, but anyway, if you want me to do a sequel to this, I would be more than willing to, because it's kind of fun. And if there's any phrases you might have updated or changed yourself, let me know in the comments. But yeah, that is the question of the day. That's the topic. That is the announcements. There you go. That's it. That's all from me for today. Thank y'all so much for joining me for this episode of The Community Show. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And if you did, go and poke that like button for me. If you'd like to see more from me, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And of course, as always, you're more than welcome to leave a comment in the comment section down below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can, when I can, if I can. You know all that does. And tune in next time for another topic and another time. And until then, good night.